If someone offered you a box of everything you ever lost, what would you look for first? The issue is that I can't recall what I've lost. The little spirit horse figurine that I lost on a road trip with my family ages ago. I loved that horse figure so much and never wanted to lose it. We stopped at a rest stop and I put it down to wash my hands and completely forgot it on the sink there. By the time I realized we had already pulled out of the rest stop and I knew my dad would refuse to go back for a toy, so I just sat there and cried for the next hour or so. Every once in a while I wonder what happened to that toy. Edit. It's been wonderful reading about everyone's experience with their childhood toys. Childhood photos. Back before everything was digital, all photos were kept in an album or a box. Our basement got flooded and every photo was lost. There were some, like school photos, that were on the walls upstairs that survived, but all the normal silly candid photos were lost. Same thing as a teenager, I loved taking pictures and had all my photos in albums that somehow got lost along the way. My nose. Like WTF. Some guy stole it at my 3rd birthday. Never got it back. My cat. Though he ran away 30 years ago. The box I lost that had everything in it. Mom's silver necklace that I as a teen gave to someone I thought I was close to but wasn't. Never saw the person or the necklace again. The time I spent on my ex. The watch I inherited from my dad. My favorite childhood toy, a small puppy plushie with a brown patch over its eye, my younger self being my younger self named the plushie patch. I lost him when I moved out of my first house, which was just after I turned 6. I never saw him again, and to this day I miss him greatly. I hope whoever moved into my first house after my family and I moved out found joy in Patch. Or at least could give him to a young kid. Gonna cry XD0. Holiday cheer. Sure, I still love holidays, but as a kid it was like holy mother of ever-living fuck. Halloween is in 3 weeks. That is entirely too long. I will never be able to wait. Holy damn. And when it finally arrives, have the night of my life. Now it's like, oh no. Halloween is in 2 days. Oh well. My mum's ring she'd been given by her grandma that I pawned. My mum agreed at the time but always regretted it afterwards. Got way less than it's worth. The guy took advantage of my age and desperation. The worst thing is, I can't even remember the design, so can't ever have it replicated and can't ask my mum because she passed away earlier this year. Hope, man. Hope. There's so many good answers to this post, then there's me. And the first thing that pops up into my mind is my vibrator charger. This stupid fucking necklace I lost when I was like 6 that my dad then used as an excuse to not buy me anything nice till I finally moved out at 17. My marbles. A couple wallets. Assuming the contents are still inside, that's a substantial sum in gift cards and cash. The self-esteem that I allowed others to destroy during a phase of illness. High school sketchbook full of emo edgy drawings. My son. As a guitarist. All of my fucking pics. A challenge coin. I had it in my messenger bag. Someone assumed my bag was available to take and emptied it. My pogs. I think I left them in a hotel when I was 8. I only have a couple slammers left. My goddamn A Tribe Called Quest hoodie. The stuffed platypus I had when I was in elementary. Every time my mom mentions finding stuff in my grandpa's house, I ask about it. 10mm sockets. My sense of novelty and awe. My capability of being mentally transported by games, movies, and books. I still think about the SpongeBob wallet with $20 in it I lost when I was 8. My best friend from my formative years. My health. My original Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards my mom threw away. I'd be retired by now if I would have kept them all in pristine condition too in a binder, since I just liked collecting them and not playing with them. Pensive face. My childhood blankie. I have no idea what happened to it. That really cool dragon necklace that I once had but lost. My dogs that have passed. My hopes and dreams. My Polly Pockets. A super cool knife that I lost at summer camp. Pretty sure someone snagged it. My optimism for the future. My daughter, she was gone way too quick. Pokemon Crystal game that I had grinded all of my favorites to LVL 80, house cleaner swiped it and my parents wouldn't believe me. Fuck you, Julie. The inner child. My imagination. My Game Boy Color. And old games. And my Pokemon cards. My parents keep telling me a story about a teddy bear I threw somewhere during a walk and they didn't notice it and I kept crying about it. I apparently didn't accept any other stuffed toys. They eventually found the identical one in a different color and I accepted it. I guess that's what I would search for. A fountain pen that someone in my class stole from me when I was 10. And little aquamarine ring my grandmother gave me for my 6th birthday that my mom told me not to wear to school. And of course I did. And of course I lost it. My dad. Brother. My swim trunks for this summer. I just got them last year and they fit me perfect and now I can't find them for the life of me. Pisses me off thinking about it. I'd have to dig through absolutely millions of lighters. My dad back though. That piece of brain. When we left Yemen during the Civil War in 1994, it was rushed and we lost a handbag that had all family photos from 15-20 years prior. It sucks not to have pictures of me when I was younger. My old Star Wars toys. Thanks, Mum. Color Game Boy. It's one of the few things I don't have the slightest clue what happened to. I don't lose or misplace much of anything, and certainly not something so valuable. I've always suspected foul play but couldn't prove it. The random children VHS tapes I used to watch over and over when I was 3-5 years old. I still randomly sing some songs from them to myself, but I cannot seem to find any trace of them on the internet. At the moment, my Kindle. I had it crammed full of pirated books and it just kinda vanished a few months ago. The slip of paper that had the seed phrase code key thing for Bitcoin. It was something like $20 worth of Bitcoin at some point in 2010. It was gifted to me, but I never really knew where to keep it or what to do with it or how to look into it until Bitcoin was worth something like $60,000. Then when I went to go find it, all I could find was the envelope with the QR code which said happy birthday but not the key string. Yeah. That one still stings. My baby. I lost her at 11 weeks. I'd like to know if she's okay. My drawings from childhood. My will to live. My fucking Tamagotchis, they go for so much now and I can never stomach buying one. My foreskin. The 10 years I wasted being married to a sack of shit. My self-esteem. My real self. My dad. When I was little, I had my own tape recorder. Starting around age 6, around Christmas every year, I would record myself for a few minutes, just talking or singing. I did this for about 5 years. Then I lost the tape. I was devastated. It was like my own personal little time capsule that I was keeping, and I'm still sad I don't have it anymore. I would look for my will to live. My